Joe Biden met with Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell today in a pathetic attempt, the start of a new campaign, clearly to try and convince Americans that, one, inflation isn't as bad as Americans feel and think it is, and two, to try to convince Americans that Joe Biden and his fellow leftist swampsters are actually doing something about. The other obvious PR move, Joe Biden's op-ed piece in the Wall Street Journal today, the title, "My Plan for Fighting Inflation." And given where we are and how much worse it seems to get with each passing day, it's clear that Joe Biden doesn't really have a plan at all. Republican Georgia Congressman Jody Hice joins us now. He's also on the House Committee on Natural Resources. Perfect guy to have this discussion with. Congressman, thanks for being here. You know, I'm watching the Brent crude oil, which is the global barrel of oil, trade $125 a barrel today, which tells me gas prices have to continue to go up for at least another month and a half, right at the middle of the driving season. Meanwhile, brownouts, blackouts, we're in a real precarious place energy-wise in this country. What is with the left that they can't just give us a little bit of relief?
Yeah, what is the deal with it? Why are we not focusing on American energy independence like we once had under the Trump administration? And keep in mind, when Trump was president, the cost of gasoline was less than $2 a gallon. Now the national average is over $4.60. In Los Angeles, $8 a gallon. Think of this, $8 a gallon, that's more than the minimum wage that many people in California are paying for 1 gallon of gasoline. It's just stunning. And this administration, no plan whatsoever to deal with the energy crisis that they have created.
There is no plan. There's no plan. Their plan is to try and bring down inflation through raising interest rates, which is why Biden met with Powell today. That doesn't help anyone. Look what happens every time they talk about that. The stock market crashes. So guess what? Your avocado won't be $5 each next month, but your 401k just took a 40% hit. These fools, these idiots, who are their economic advisors in the White House? I don't even know who they are.
Well, I don't know that anyone really knows who they are, but there are certainly people who don't understand economy. They don't even understand economics 101 type stuff. American taxpayers right now, American families for that matter, are paying an average of about $500 a month more just because of inflation. I mean, every single month since Biden has been in the Oval Office, which now is almost 500 days, but every month since he's been in the White House, inflation has gone up. Up. And now we're at 8.3%. It is damaging Americans in the pocketbooks. And this is a monster. It is killing livelihoods and economically. And this is 100% Biden's fault. It's his problem. And what does he do? He just points the finger and blames small businesses. He blames the chain supplies. He blames oil producers, when the entire problem is of his own making.
You know, Congressman, when we've said it here I spent 20 years in the oil industry. I know what this is all about. Inflation is tied to price. They can say whatever, they can say supply chain, that's BS. What it's tied to is the gas price, the price for fuel, transportation. We truck stuff across the country. We fly stuff in, we ship it in. Those are all fuel based. When we produce something in California, an avocado or a strawberry, and you send it to a New York supermarket, it has to requires a lot of energy to produce it, a lot of fertilizer to produce it. That's also an energy component. And then you got to truck it across the country. If they just release the grip around Americans' throats with the energy price, we'd all be better off. What is this? Is it really, is the far left, the progressive left, the AOCs, are they really the tail wagging the dog in DC?
Yeah, they really are. I mean, this is a group of people who have dreams of green energy that are absolutely impossible to achieve. And many people, the majority of people in America, don't want it. They want something that's efficient. They want something that works. They want something that's affordable. Why are we not focusing on energy independence? This is the dumbest thing ever for an administration to take away our energy independence and instead purchase our oil largely from our enemies around the world, fueling them to continue moving forward with their gross agendas throughout the world, but here at home causing Americans to suffer the consequences. And we cannot spend our way out of this inflation crisis. We've got to tighten up. We've got to make wise policies economically. And it appears as though this administration has no clue whatsoever how to do that.
Yeah, they have no clue. And I'll just state the number again, folks. I know my audience is probably tired of hearing it, but we need to. We import about 7 or 8 million barrels of oil per day. Import. We didn't do that under Trump. The last couple of years of Trump, we were actually exporting extra oil that we're producing. Now we're importing 7 or 8 million. And this number that I just looked up and found and checked with the international, the U.S. Energy Agency, we import 1.7 billion gallons of gasoline every year. We're buying that from outside, and Russia's our number one seller to us. It's insane. Congressman Jody Hice, thank you for your time, sir.
My pleasure.